pillars of Islam. The first one being that shahadat, testifying, testimony, that there is no God but Allah, and the Prophet ﷺ is his messenger and his bondsman. The second pillar being establishing your salah. Third being paying your zakat. Fourth being doing the hajj of Ka'batullah. And the fifth one is the month of Ramadan, fasting in the month of Ramadan. And my dear brothers, there's another narration regarding this, that Bunya al-Islamu ala khamsin shahadati Allah ilaha illallah wa anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh wa iqam as-salati wa ita az-zakati wa siyami ramadana wa hajj al-bayti. In this narration, the Prophet ﷺ has mentioned the fast of Ramadan before the pilgrimage, before the Hajj. And my dear brothers, these 5 things, imagine these are the 5 pillars of a building. Now, if any one of these pillars are weak, can it hold the building? No, it will collapse. Even if one of them is missing, then your building will collapse. It won't hold together. So similarly, these 5 pillars of Islam, these are pillars that hold our Islam, that hold our Iman. Now if any one of them is weak, our Iman will collapse. Now the first one that he mentioned was the Shahadat. Now why is Shahadat mentioned first? Because everything is based on Shahadat. If you don't testify that there's no God but Allah, and the Prophet ﷺ is his messenger and his bondsman, then you're not Muslim. If you don't believe in this, you're not a Muslim. Then if you're not a Muslim, then the salah is not farz on you, zakat is not farz on you, etc. That's why all of them are mentioned after. The first pillar is the shahadat. Now if anyone has doubt in the shahadat, if anyone does not believe in the shahadat, he gets out of the boundaries of Islam and he becomes a kafir. So that's why the Prophet ﷺ has mentioned shahadat, the first pillar. Second and the third pillar is that iqam as-salati and ita az-zakah. That to establish your salah and to pay your zakat. Now, the scholars of Islam, they have stated that iqam as-salah is mentioned first is because namaz is such thing that you do every single day. It's a worship that you do every single day, just like our 5 daily salahs. So that's why the Prophet ﷺ has mentioned this first. And then ita is zakah, that to offer your zakat. And then in one narration it says وَصِيَامِ رَمَضَانَ, and then وَحَجِّ الْبَيْتِ. Inshallah, my focus today will be on these 2 pillars, as I have talked about shahadat and iqam as-salah before in my bayan. So today my focus is ita is zakah and wasiyami Ramadan. So the Prophet the scholars of Islam have stated that the Prophet has followed the way of Quran. In Quran, whenever salah is mentioned, zakat is mentioned. وَيُقِيمُونَ الصَّلَاةَ وَيُؤْتُونَ الزَّكَاةَ وَيُقَامُ الصَّلَاةَ وَإِيتَاءُ الزَّكَاةِ. Okay? So that's why the scholars of Islam have stated that salah is mentioned first and then zakat. So